So you grew up in Ghana.
West Africa, man.
Yep.
You know, I spent most of my life in Liberia. I spent some time, I was in Ghana for a little bit. Spent some time in Nigeria. You know, so I just claim all of the West Africa. I can't just claim one country, man.
Right. I've been to Senegal before.
Man, I've never been to Senegal. I was in Gambia. Gambia is very close. You could drive to Senegal.
It's on the border.
You know, and Sierra Leone is also right there. I've been to Sierra Leone.
Okay. So were you actually doing comedy in Africa, or did that start once you got here?
And I started here.
Okay.
I started years. You know, I came to America at a young age. I was in my early teens.
Okay.
And I started doing comedy. I was probably about 20 years old when I started in the city of Philadelphia. When I first came to the States, I spent 2 years in Newark, New Jersey. It was really rough in Newark. You know, it was rough, and cost of living was ridiculous. You know, I remember coming to the States. I remember living in, like, my mother had my mother is an evangelist. She travels the world preaching the gospel.
Okay.
That's how we ended up here. You know, she brought us here through like a church visa, you know, and then we actually stayed longer than we were supposed to. And then a few months later, there was a civil war in Liberia, you know, because we were Liberian citizens. So there was civil war in Liberia, so we couldn't go back to Liberia. So with that being said, we're given asylum to stay in America, you know, because of the Civil War that killed like almost half the population. Even my brother and sisters that were there, they had to escape and find their way to like Ghana and Ivory Coast. You know, and luckily my whole family made it out of there alive, but it was really bad. And then, so when she went back, she left us, me and my youngest sister, who is now, in fact, this week I'll be in Chicago for the NFL draft. My youngest sister's son is going the first round of the NFL draft this year.
Wow. Okay. That's what's up.
You know, so it's like, you know, you just...
The American dream.
American dream, man.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, you know, we came to the States with nothing, you know, lived in like people's basement, and every time to flood your toilet, we had to like run for cover. We lived in shelter homes, you know, had nothing, and then you just, you know, and this country has so many opportunities. That's why I sometimes don't understand why anybody could complain about anything. Because America has the opportunity, you just gotta take advantage of it.
Sure.
And I came here with nothing. I came here, I'm not even from this country.
Yeah.
If I come in, I could take advantage of your opportunities. You know, you have no excuse.
Sure.
You know, and I came to the States with, you know, started from the bottom, literally from the bottom. You know, lived, like I said, had nothing and had to work for everything. Started out, you know, I used to sell candies like every little kid did in Jersey. 13 years old, going door to door selling candies to make money. Worked in a nursing home, worked at delivering pizzas. That was the first job I did when I moved to Philly. You know, delivering pizzas and doing all that, and working for the airlines. I did everything, you know. And then when I started doing comedy, which was right after high school, you know, what actually got me into comedy, one of my coworkers at Domino's Pizza, he was an acting teacher at the community college. So he did delivery on the side, like a part-time job to make extra tip. And he just thought out, you know, he said, Mike, you funny, you know, take that on stage. You know, go to open mic, let me help you write your first 5 minutes. And he helped me put my first 5 minutes together. And my first day on stage, you could tell your first time whether this is for you or not. You don't have to go up there and have a killer set. But if your stage presence is right and people are listening to you, you know, you sound interesting, they're just signs that you're gonna make it. You know, I think from my first day, I had a feeling that this was going to be my thing.
Okay. So you're saying, you know, because I talked to a lot of comedians here, and pretty much all of them say that their first time doing stand-up was horrible. Like, they got booed off stage, you know, one guy got punched in the face. Like,
Damn,
it was
first
like...
time. Well, it depends where. I mean, if you do it in a comedy club environment, and they know it's an open mic night, knowing everybody there's new,
yeah,
you know, when I was introduced, I said, this guy's his first time on stage.
Ooh.
What asshole is gonna boo me on my first day of work, you know?
Right.
That's how your first day of work, and you know, making burgers and you dropping the burger, you can't go booing the guy, it's his first day. You gotta, you know. But a lot of times, some people start at their first night might be at a nightclub, and that's where you might get booed.
Right.
People came out there to drink and look at asses. They ain't come out there, you know, hear this horrible ass comedian.
Right.
You know, but in a comedy club, you came to hear comedy.
Right.
And open mic, you came to hear new comedians. You're not going to expect, your expectations be all the way low for these guys.
Right.
And the expectation was low for me, so that's why it ended up being better than I expected. And I always took my comedy to heart, even when I started, you know, and I went hard at it. 6 months into doing comedy, I was getting paid. That's good. After 6 months, and you could go and get a $50 gig or $100 gig, you know, and that's how good I was. You know, at an early age, I was already, in 6 months, I had a good 15, 20-minute set, and I was going around opening up for other guys or doing little shows here and there. And I took my comedy to heart so much that I remember one time I had a $300 gig, and I performed, and it wasn't that well. I didn't even like it, you know. And I don't think I'm really hard on myself, and I left. I didn't even go collect my $300, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I didn't even do my job, you know. So I mean, right now I'm probably at my funniest. I mean, you know, and what really has helped me now is social media. I mean, I'm on it heavy. I keep up with what's going on. I mean, of course, the whole Birdman stuff.
Right.
Everything that comes out, I jump on it right away. You know, and I'm usually the first one to do it. So now if any other comedian try to do it, it's like they're just duplicating what I've done already. So they just let it go, and then, you know, so.
So what else you got coming up?
Well, I'm in the movie Meet the Blacks with Mike Epps.
Congrats.
Of course, Living with Funny on Oxygen every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. I did a new season, I did 7 episodes of a new season of Wildin' Out. You know, and I'm touring every weekend, man. I'm coming to your city, wherever you are. I'm coming.
Cool.
You know, I don't know. Let me see what else. I'm about to shoot my own movie.
Cool.
You know, shit, I saw what the guys did with Meet the Blacks. They spent like $1 million, made like $10 million. So, you know, I'm gonna spend my own money and make my own money.
Right.
So I want to shoot this movie. It's called Washed Up. It's about a singer that's trying to make a comeback. I'm gonna be a singer.
You're gonna be a singer, not a rapper, a singer.
Yeah, I'm a singer.
Are you gonna do your own singing, or are you gonna get someone to sing for you?
Well, no, I mean, I don't do singing in this movie. What happened, I tried to make a comeback, so I went back to the company that used to manage me when I was a star. They told me, I'm washed up. They said, listen, you done. You know, go find us the hottest new female. If you bring a good, decent female here, then we'll listen to your shit. So I went out there to go find a female.
All right. Looking forward to seeing it, man.
Yeah, it's definitely
Cool.
interesting, man.
I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of the idea of Drake. So, no disrespect against Drake.
What do you mean by the idea of Drake? What does that mean?
Meaning that if he has a ghostwriter, he's an idea. He's not meaning that it's a perception created that he's not really writing the lyrics, and it's just like here, let's make this in the factory and put it out.
I'm just on top of my game right now, Vlad, and I'm just getting blessed. I'm booked 4 or 5 times a week. 60, 75K a show, man. I'm winning right now, man, and I'm just steady trying to increase my hustle.